Hey, 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 hey. Facebook. Happy Thursday, which I like to call Friday Eve. That's what I call Thursday, Friday Eve. And it sounds sexy that way, and it sounds way more exciting than just Thursday. For some reason, I have an aversion to the word Thursday. Like, just saying it, it doesn't feel right. That's neither here nor there. Today, I wanted to come on here because I wanted to talk to you about this whole self love concept. You know, that is so much of what my book was about is self love, and that is so much the message I was trying to put out into the world. But I think that, myself included, the message of self love, obviously, if you're trying to teach someone how to love themselves and they already love themselves, they don't really need your message, and they don't need your way to do that because they've already figured out a way that works for them. So when you're talking about self love, you're really reaching out to the people who are in the stage of personal development, in the stage of mindset, in the stage of their soul and their heart and their emotion, where they haven't quite wrapped their brain around what that even means. And so all this vague, arbitrary talk about self love has no context. It has no meaning. It's like la 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 because they're like, "What are you talking about?" You know, I'm really glad you figured it out, but I'm still over here in my bubble of confusion and doubt and despair, and I don't understand a word you're saying. It's like once you cross over to self-love, then your vocabulary changes. You're using words that now come into your reality because you're in a different perspective. You've pivoted your mindset. So now those words make sense and those words resonate. But when you're talking to people who were 5 steps where you used to be, who are still in confusion and doubt, that's not part of their vocabulary. And so most of the shift for me from being in that place of despair, being in that place of doubt, to shifting my life into a place of more abundance and openness. And what I mean specifically by that is loving myself as much as I love those around me, placing myself as a priority as much as the priority I place on the people I love most, including myself and my intuition and my gut feeling. That was a weird emotion. Oh, I'll just leave my hands right here so I don't use them inappropriately. Um, what was I saying? Okay, I was saying that you need to deal with where you are in your own process. And if I wasn't saying that, that's where I'm going to pick up. You need to be where you are. But here's the deal, you need to be honest about where you are, okay? It's like if the alarm clock goes off, okay? Now, I am a night owl. I am not a morning person. And this noise I'm making with the blind is really annoying me. Okay, so I'm a night owl. And so I usually go to bed late. In fact, I go to bed late almost every night. I go to bed around 2, 2:30, between 1 and 2:30-ish, give or take. So when that alarm goes off because I have something to do the next morning, I don't want to hear it. It's like cursing at me. That beep is like a punch, and I don't like it. So you have 3 choices when your alarm goes off. And I'm looking over here because I took some notes because I really want to be clear about what I'm telling you. So one is you hit snooze, all right? And so what is the message of the snooze button? The message is, I'm not ready now. Try again later. That's all you're doing. You're saying, I'm acknowledging the fact that I have to get up, but I'm not ready in this moment. So please come back a little bit later. Okay. The second choice you have when you hear an alarm go off, and now this is all, I'm using an analogy, but I need you to like think. Okay. Don't just make this abstract, really pin it down to your life right now. Analogize the alarm as the beeping going off in your head, telling you that it's time to work on you, that it's time to love you, that it's time to go after the thing that you want most that you still don't see in your life. Okay, it's time to deal with the sadness, or it's time to deal with the fear or depression, whatever it is that you want to eliminate, and whatever it is that you want to create. That's the alarm that every day sounds. Every day you hear that little voice going off in your head. And it's there saying, "Are you ready for me? I'm here. Is now a good time?" And when those nudges come to you and you hit snooze, you're saying, "Yeah, I know I asked for you, but here's the deal. I'm still so tired and I don't have the capacity to wake up to you and your little message right now. So I'm going to go to sleep a little bit longer, but don't forget about me. Come back later." The second choice you have is to shut the dang alarm clock and be like, "Nah, not doing it. Not ready for it. Not doing it. Not now. Not ever. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear your message." Okay. And you just tell the message to go away and not come back. You're like, "I'm done." And then the third thing you do is you get up and you're tired and you may not want to. But sometimes, whatever it is that the alarm is set for, whatever it is that you have to do, which is the entire reason your alarm is set, is way more important to you than going back to sleep, even if you're exhausted. There is no option of snooze. There is no option of turning off the alarm, because the only option is, I want this, I need this, I have to have this, and I got to get up in order to get it. So you get up and you go wash your face and you go put some makeup on and make yourself beautiful, or not. Or, as these days, you make yourself beautiful from the boobies up. And then you go get it, whatever it is, whatever that alarm is set for, whatever that message that you want to share with the world requires you to react. It requires you to get up and put 2 feet on the ground and put your body in motion, put your mind and your heart in motion, because snoozing means not now and turning off means not ever. And so you have choices. And that's what I want to talk to you today about, is getting clear on those choices. Not making a choice is a choice. Are you there? Not making a choice is making a choice to not make a choice. So 21 days, I'm going to go live for 21 days, and I'm going to try and give you concrete, very, very powerful. I'm not going to woo-woo this. It's like, here's step 1. Here's what I think you should do. Now, I taught for 13 years, and if there's one thing I learned from teaching small children, I mean, 5th grade, but that's still small. And if there's one thing I learned, is that they need information in digestible bites, little nuggets. Like, you can't tell them everything because they're like, I heard like but 3 words of what you said. So you give them digestible bites, you give them little nuggets of information, and then you give their brain a break. So it takes 21 days to develop a habit. I'm going to get you started. I'm going to show up for 21 days. And in those 21 days, I'm going to drop a nugget each day. Here's the nugget I'm dropping today. I'm going to write it in the comment because it's super important. I don't even know if this is the comment because I'm doing the Facebook Live on my computer and I normally do it on my phone. Let's see. If you're here, maybe say hi. Let me know. I can't see anybody. So it's like I'm talking to me, which is good because I probably need this advice too. But if you're here, let me know you're here because maybe you need this advice. I don't know. Okay, so day 1's little nugget of self-love is interrupt the dialogue. This dialogue right here, the conversation with you that isn't serving you, the conversation that's telling you to press snooze, the conversation that's telling you to turn off the alarm, the conversation that's telling you you're not enough, the conversation that's telling you, well, I need to think about it a little longer, the conversation that's telling you you don't know enough, you don't have enough. I'm not. Interrupt it. I don't care how you interrupt it, okay? That is, I'm not going to come up with all the 25 different ways you can interrupt your dialogue, but interrupt it. I'm going to give you a few that work for me. Honestly, sometimes it's like snap. Like every time for me that I hear things in my head that aren't serving my greatest good, I'm like, whoop, snap out. I love clapping. There's like power in clapping. Play music. Jump up and down, 10 jumping jacks. Every time you catch the dialogue in your head and you go, wait a minute, I'm not talking to myself in a way that's going to propel me where I need to go. I'm not talking to myself in a way that's creating more love for me. And the only way to get from here to what I want is more love for me. So, just the way you interrupt a child when they're disrespectful, or you interrupt someone who is saying something that's incorrect. Excuse me, hold on just a minute. Let me turn your head in this direction, okay? Sometimes you need to move your body to interrupt the dialogue. Sometimes you need to splash water on your face to interrupt the dialogue. You need to snap. You need to clap. You need to, I don't know what, dance. Put music on and dance and just sing. Because when you're singing someone's song, when you're singing someone's music, you're out of your own head. Now you're into their music, you're into their lyrics, you're into their song. The key here is to get out, break the loop of the dialogue you're having with yourself. Interrupt it and say, I'm sorry, you may not continue talking to me because nothing you're saying has a purpose that is good and great for me. And until you can come back with good and great, I'm not listening to you. And literally tell yourself to hush hush until good things come out of your thoughts and of your mindset. Now, interrupting the dialogue is a little nugget. It's just today's little nugget, but I honestly, I'm telling you, these little nuggets are going to compound. So tomorrow when I give you day number 2's nugget, you're not going to forget about day number 1. Now, as of today, you're going to carry day 1 into all of the days that follow. So you are going to interrupt the dialogue today as a practice. And then you're going to add that to tomorrow's practice. And so tomorrow will be day 1's nugget with day 2. But you are, from this moment forward, if you truly mean what you say and you say what you mean, and your objective is to get some self-love juices flowing so that you can create the things you are meant to create, if that is truly what you want and you're not just saying it because, you can say it, but then how committed and devoted are you to the results of that in your life? How long? I did it for 10 years, so there's no judgment here. So for 10 years, I said I wanted to love myself more. For 10 years, I said I wanted to be an author. For 10 years, I said I wanted to create my own business. And I said I wanted to stand in my power and be true to me. But for 10 years, I made every excuse under the sun why that was not possible. And when I decided to take my power back, and when I decided to stop lying to myself, and when I finally called out my own BS and said, if you want it, what will you do to get results? I'm sharing with you 21 ways in which I was able to fast track my relationship with myself from one of sabotage to one of self-love. Self-sabotage, 10 years. Self-love, I'm going on about 5 now. And it gets better every day because I use these tools, okay? So if you mean it and you're ready, then I say today, start with that. It's a great time to start interrupting the dialogue because with holidays coming and here and people asking things of you and, should I wear this dress? Do I want to wear this dress, but I don't look good enough for this dress? Whatever the conversation is that you're having. You know, some of you are meeting family members for the first time. Doesn't matter what it is. You wake up, you start on your day, and you can hear those voices in your own mind. And when you hear it, you interrupt the dialogue and you say, nope. And then replace the words. But for now, it's enough to just interrupt the dialogue if that is all you do. 1, 2, 3, I'm out. Make it like a little, when I count to 3, you'll be gone. 1, 2, 3. Thought be gone. You guys have so much more control over your thoughts than you give yourself credit for. And if you go on autopilot and you allow your mind to take the driver's seat, it will take you wherever the heck it wants to go. And usually it's not where your soul wants you to go. So be conscious of this dialogue and interrupt it every time it doesn't serve you. I know I've said it a million times, but again, that goes back to being a school teacher. And I know that if you already knew what I was saying, then you would already be doing it. And if you were already be doing it, then you would already love and appreciate yourself, and you would already be creating your masterpieces for the world. And unless that's you, and if you are anything less than any of those things, and I don't mean less than, but I mean if you're in a place of lack, if you're in a place of I want, but I don't already have, if you're in a place of I wish, but I'm not enough, or how come everybody else but not me, if any of those describe you, then please join me on this 21-day adventure to self-love. Today is your day 1. Go out there and interrupt the dialogue with yourself. Don't go around interrupting strangers in the street, but interrupt the dialogue that you're having with yourself if you find that the words you are saying to yourself are not giving you momentum towards all of what you say that you want. All right, that's it. It's Thursday, December 17th, day 1. So I will see you all on the other side. I love you, and I don't know who was here or who wasn't. So I'm not being rude by not acknowledging you. I just can't see you. So I don't know how this works yet. I'm going to have to practice it on my computer. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.